There's a quote by Jim Rohn, all right, that states that it is the set of the sails, not the direction of the wind, that determines which way we will go. So focusing our mind is like setting the sails on a sailboat. There are marketers and marketing firms all over this land that are banking on the thoughts and the images that they plant in our minds that cause us to buy their products and services. Spending millions of dollars for 30 seconds of advertising must pay off, or they would all go out of business. They know what you repeatedly see and hear is going to affect what you will do. The Most High Yahuwah also knows that Yahuwah's purposes on this earth realm depend on the thinking power of his chosen people. This is one of the reasons why the Most High Yahuwah says that you must be transformed by the renewing of your mind in Romans 12:2. According to Eugene Peterson, who is an author of The Message, our thoughts determine our destiny. The way that we conceive the future sculpts the present. It gives contour and tone to nearly every action throughout the day. If our sense of future is weak, we live listlessly. Hiding our thoughts isn't an option. And eventually, whatever we harbor in the innermost corridors of our thought lives will sooner or later reveal itself in the outer arena of our present existence. Just as a seed is for a time hidden underground, it eventually breaks through the surface and its true essence is ultimately revealed. Likewise, in 1 Corinthians 4:5, the Most High Yah will both bring to light the secret things that are now hidden in darkness and disclose and expose the secret aims and motives and purposes of hearts. So if you and I want to change our thought life, we must guard what we allow into our mind and purposefully choose what to focus our thoughts upon. We have to guard what it is and be very, very mindful of what we take into our temple. Whether that is through food, eating, consumption, the movies that we watch, the music that we listen to for extended periods of time, the conversations that we have with other people, the places we go, the things that we see, okay? Because if we want to change our thought life, we have to guard what we allow into our minds, into our hearts, into our temple. This Soul Essence Empowerment Journey is a time for us to eliminate all distractions and destructive mindsets by fasting from negativity, life-sapping thought patterns, and bad habits, and create new habits of feasting on the positive, life-enhancing truths about who the Most High Yahuwah says that we are and who the Most High Yahuwah is to us, right? We have to know who we truly are and whose we are. And we have to know how holy and Kadash and amazing the Most High Yah is to even understand what it means to be made in the image and likeness of the Most High. Winning the battle of our thought life is going to require us to meditate daily on absolute truth, whether that be the truths found in scriptures, whether that be the activation of the truths that's written on your heart and mind. You know, we have to make sure that we are not only studying the word of the Most High Yahuwah, but we have to make sure that we are meditating on that thing. We have to make sure that we are divinely aligning ourselves to the Most High and staying in the will. We have to memorize the written word of the Most High Yahuwah as Yahusha did, right? Because oftentimes when we see those stories of Yahusha HaMashiach, Yahusha was spitting back the word of the Most High to people, right? Yahusha told him, it's not I that's in me, that it's my Father that's in me. And Yahusha allowed himself to be divinely aligned and a willing vessel to be and do what he was commissioned to do in the earth realm by the Father. Yahusha allowed himself to let the kingdom of heaven manifest here on this earth realm for people to experience on the earth while they live. Yahusha allowed the healing power of the Most High Yah to flow through his vessel and impact positively the lives of other people. Yahusha did so many things for other people, but that was the Most High that was working through Yahusha, and Yahusha made it clear that it was the Father who was working through him, okay? So that's what we should follow, the blueprint that was set. And just as Yahushua remembered and recited the word of the Most High Yahuwah when Hasatan came at him with these negative offers, we can do the same thing when Hasatan comes to us with negative thoughts and lies. We are able to resist the enemy and the adversaries, and the enemy and adversaries flee from us because we stand confident in and on the word of the Most High. A good scripture to start with is going to come from Philippians 4:8, you guys. Whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is of good repute, whatever, if there's any excellence and if there's anything worthy of praise, dwell on these things. All right. So that's what we should be thinking on. This is how we redirect ourselves, even if we catch ourselves thinking negative thoughts. We already know to course correct that thing, right? Because we should be focusing on and thinking on and doing and speaking on whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is of good repute, whatever. If there is any excellence and if anything worthy of praise, we dwell on those things. And it didn't say if it's true or honorable. It said whatever is true, whatever is honorable. It has to be true, honorable, right, pure, lovely, of good repute, excellent, and praiseworthy. It has to be all of those things. And that's what we are to dwell on. Okay? The Most High Yahuwah told Joshua that who was the appointed successor of Moshe, that meditating on the word was the secret to success and prosperity. All right, there's a key. Joshua was to take what the Most High Yahuwah had already said he wanted to give, which was the promised land, and redistribute it to the world through his people. Joshua could take courage that the Most High Yah would be with him as he went. Joshua 1:8-9 tells us, this book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do according to all that is written in it. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have success. Be strong and courageous, for Yahuwah, your mighty one, and Elohim is with you wherever you go. That's powerful. So I'm going to go back. I want you guys to catch this thing. We're going to repeat it. Encore, right? This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do according to all that is written in it. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have success. Be strong and courageous, for the Most High Yahuwah, your Elohim and mighty one, is with you wherever you go. Again, that's Joshua 1:8-9. So this meditating is about focusing, right? Focusing, which is our theme for today, and how this relates to our authenticity. Because it's about focusing our thoughts deeply on the works and the words of the Most High Yahuwah and allowing them to direct our lives. It comes from a word that means to take time to mull it over and ruminate on it rather than like a casual skimming over the top. It's also about noticing that the Most High Yahuwah is present with us wherever we go. So we don't have to be timid. We can be courageous. We were created to reign in dominion and power. Focus your thoughts. Take the land. Redistribute to the world or your nation the new things that the Most High Yahuwah wants to give. Andrew Carnegie has a quote that says, if you want to be happy, set a goal that commands your thoughts, liberates your energy, and inspires your hope. Okay? If you want to be happy, set a goal that commands your thoughts, liberates your energy, and inspire your hopes. All this week, we've been talking about the nature of the soul. Here we are on this 4th day of the week, you guys, because Sunday, of course, is day 1, or the day that you all know is Sunday is day 1. And here we are on day 4 of the week. Our soul is the divine, eternal essence of who we are. An uncluttered, healed, and whole soul represents our true, authentic self. It's who we were created to be before all of the crazy ways of the world started to cause people to adapt to their environment and be products of their environment. We are not products of our environment. We are creation of the Most High Yahuwah, made in the image and likeness of the Most High. Society told you that you were to be a product of your environment. That is not the absolute truth, okay? So we are here striving to be our authentic selves, and learning to live authentically is what this soul essence empowerment journey is all about, you guys, okay? So in order to change our thought lives, remember, we have to guard what we allow into our mind. We have to guard what we allow into our mind, and we have to know who the Most High Yahuwah says that we are. 2 Corinthians 13:5 from the NLT says, examine yourself to see if your faith is genuine. Test yourselves. Test yourself. Examine yourself to see if your faith is genuine. When it comes to authenticity, what does authenticity mean to you? Put that in the chat, guys. What does authenticity actually mean to you? Authenticity simply means being true to who you are, aligning our every thought and our every action with who and what we were created to be and to do, the work that we were commissioned to do here in the earth realm by the Most High Yahuwah, the divine source of intelligence, our Abba, and our Creator. That's authenticity. Some people will say that they have authenticity misunderstood, right? Because they will say, well, if a person is mean and they say that they're being authentic, then they'll just go around being mean. Remember that meanness for the nation of Yasharal, if anyone in the nation of Yasharal, if any of the Most High Yahuwah's chosen people are being mean, that means that they are being a product of their environment. That means that they are responding to external hurts and pains that they've had to go through and allowing that to dictate how they operate. That's not authenticity. Authenticity is being exactly who you were, created to be by the Most High Yah, the one that was made in the image and likeness of the Most High. Okay, that's authenticity, not who trauma causes you to be. That's not authentic. That's a trauma response. That's not you. That's you trying to protect yourself from external pains. That's you trying to cope with things that were difficult for you. Your authenticity is who you were before any of that stuff happened. The good heart that you had before it became a stony one. All right. That's how we have to renew our minds and our hearts each and every day. Now, Julie Garland stated that always be a first-rate version of yourself instead of being a second-rate version of someone else. Always be a first-rate version of yourself instead of being a second-rate version of someone else. In this culture, that they're not the Hebrew culture, but in the society today, you have a lot of people who are copying and mimicking other people. You have a lot of people who will try to steal people's personality. Like, baby, you cannot be me better than I can be me. You can pretend and act, but you're gonna fall short because you weren't created to be me. This design, as marvelous as it is, it was made specifically for me. That's why I have it. Yahuwah gave it to me, right? You can't be a first-rate version of someone else. You will be a second-rate version, like they call it, what they call those bad, a knockoff, right? That's not authentic. Steve Jobs gave the following advice: your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of other people's opinions drown out your inner voice. And most importantly, have the courage to follow your heart and your intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. There's also a quote by Charles Evans Hughes, and it concluded, when we lose the right to be different, we lose the privilege to be free. That's when you become oppressed. That's when they have you trying to walk and act just like everybody else, doing exactly what everybody else do. That is what they call reality, right? But remember, like I stated before, re is a prefix. That means that something was changed, right? That means that something was changed. So you be in your authenticity and your reality in the nature that the Elohim has given you and doing the work that you were commissioned to do here in the earth realm. You were made to be you, flaws and all. There is a reason why the Most High made you you. Be a first-rate version of yourself. You are your greatest asset. Put your time, your effort, your money into training, investing in yourself, grooming, and encouraging your greatest asset, right? Tom Hopkins already told us this. Put your time and your effort, your money into training, grooming, and encouraging your greatest asset, because you are the greatest asset. Invest in yourself. Be yourself. Never be tempted to become an imitator of another person or being. Why would you do that? That has to be like a spit in the Most High's face for you to even try to imitate somebody else when he already made you marvelously. Don't be out here trying to imitate other people. Be you. Be yourself, your greatest asset. No one is better than you at being you. We all have something unique to give. We don't have to compare ourselves with anyone else because it's not a competition. We aren't here to compete with others. Society told you that too. That's something that society taught you about competition. We aren't here to compete with others. We are all about part of the body of Hamashiach. Each of the parts of the body has a specific purpose. All of it comes together to form one body. So if you have a hand trying to act like a leg, that's not what you were created to do, right? That's not what your body part should do. Each body part has its own specific function. We, as different members of the body, have our own specific function, and we have to walk in our authenticity to unlock everything that we need to have and utilize here on the earth realm. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Dare to maintain your uniqueness and divine originality. Set the standard. Be an example. Raise the bar. Because when you do, you give others permission to do the same. People are watching us. Now, a lot of times people will speak against authenticity, but there are people who are their authentic selves that everybody else is trying to imitate, right? Instead of learning themselves and being themselves and perfecting themselves and investing in themselves to make themselves better, to become better, to be more accountable, to be more responsible, to be more consistent, to be more diligent. So our final point of today, nothing or no one should define us. Nothing or no one should define you. It is up to us to understand who we are and live according to that truth. It is up to you to understand who you are and live according to that truth. It is up to me to understand who I am and live according to that truth. So let us always be sure. Take the lead in letting others step to the music that they hear by dancing to your own music. Dance to the beat of your own drum. There's a quote by Meredith Monk that says that inner voice has both gentleness and clarity. So to get to authenticity, you really keep going down to the bone, to the honesty, to the inevitability of something. Now, our action steps for journaling today, make sure that you screenshot this page, you guys. If you do not have the workbook, for those of you who will be attending the complete 40-day section of the Soul Essence Empowerment Workshop, the workbook is available for $10. We all know that the workshop is free for you to attend. You do not have to have the workbook, but if you choose to take it a step further, you all get the workbook for $10. That is a $37 value, but you, babes, you get it for 10. that's saving, but it's still, again, like they just said, investing in yourself, because it gives you a little more insight. You will have the workbook to refer back to after this workshop is over. You can continue to look at it, reflect on it, go help utilize it in your scripture studies. Remember the information on days when it's tough. You have something to go back and look at when you're dealing with these specific characteristics, and how to implement them, and how to maneuver in a way that's going to allow you to maintain your authenticity and that divine alignment with the Most High, without causing you to behave in ways or do things that will lower your vibrational frequency. Okay, so if you don't have the workbook, that's fine. You can still participate fully in what we're doing. You have to be here in the present moment with every live session. And some of these recordings and playbacks are posted. Some of them, not all of them, but I do post some of them on the images pages on social media, so you can, possibly access them there. However, just take a screenshot. Do your journaling assignment on a notebook paper, a piece of paper, that you have. If you don't have any notebook paper and you have another sheet of paper with a clear back, right on there. There's nothing that would be an excuse for you not to participate in this step of the workshop, because the journaling is where you begin to get into a place of understanding about yourself and your ways, and develop that understanding and understanding of yourself, so that you're able to implement these characteristics that we are going over. There's no reason why anybody should be taking this workshop and not fully participating, because what you can't get this hour of the time that you spent here back. So you may as well be using it in a way that will maximize your potential and be for your highest and greatest good. The time is the last thing that you want to waste here on the earth realm. The earth realm is the only place that time exists, but you absolutely don't want to waste it. All right. So take a screenshot of this page. The action steps for journaling are, and remember, your journaling assignments are one full page, essay style. Okay. It's a journaling entry, essay style. It's a complete page. All right. Needless to say, how aligned is your life with the Most High Yahuwah Elohim's original blueprint for your life? Do you feel that you are in alignment with the Most High Yah? Are you walking in your purpose? Are you maximizing your potential to the fullest? All right. These are prompts to help you get to going and get to thinking and get to writing, being honest. All right. We're taking an honest self-inventory here. The second action step for today is, how can you realign your life so that it reflects the authenticity that the Most High Yah had in mind when you were created? Okay. So how can you realign your life so that it reflects the authentic you that the Most High Yahuwah, our Elohim, had in mind when creating you? All right. Those are our two action steps for journaling. Remember, you guys, you have to turn in your journaling assignments to the email address that we're about to give you here. You have to turn in your journaling assignments if you need credit for this. All right. You send it as an attachment to an email. Okay. So thank you for joining us for this Soul Essence Empowerment Journey. Our final scripture for today comes from Mark 8:36 through 37. What good would it do to get everything you want and lose you, the real you? What could you ever trade your soul for? That's a powerful statement, you guys, because we know in this present day, you have people who literally sell their soul for nothing. A little bit of money that's losing value. A couple fans that berate them and talk trash about them and cancel them in a whims. No, like, imagine selling your soul for something that is fleeting, of no value, as priceless as your soul is. They tell you to wait till you die to go to heaven, because they don't want you to understand that heaven is in you already. The Shamayim is in you. The Most High is in you. That is why the scriptures tell us that the Most High is with us wherever we go. So imagine how much better our lives are when we really understand that, including our own self, our own personal actions, everything that we do. When we realize that, oh, you are the temple. Oh, you really are. And there's nothing worth trading your soul for. That's why it says, what could you ever trade your soul for? Okay. All right, you guys. Again, if you need to contact Images Empowerment, please do so at 336-528-4833. Again, that's 336-528-4833. If you are on social media, then like, subscribe, share, interact, type, get busy on those social medias. Find us, you guys. Our handle is Images GSO on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitter as well. And well, we're not really on Twitter much, or X, or whatever they changed the name to, but Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Even though there is a Twitter page, nobody really monitors that. Okay. If you have to send us any written correspondence, which includes your documents, your written documents for both the Soul Essence Empowerment Journey, as well as any other written assignment, you're going to send that to our email address, which is imagesgso@gmail.com, imagesgso@gmail.com, you guys. Okay. And if you want to know a little bit more about our organization, what we do, our events, how you can assist, how you can join us in building nations, you guys, then go to our website, which is imagesempowerment.org, www.imagesempowerment.org. All right, you guys? All right, so what we're going to go ahead and do is just close out in a prayer. Most High Yahuwah, I am grateful, 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 grateful. You are holy, and I am grateful. I just ask, and it is my intent that each of us are divinely guided and protected as we leave from this workshop today, no matter where we go or what we do or who we are with. Abba Yahuwah, continue to guide us, continue to protect us, continue to keep us. So be it, so it is, so it shall be. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.